Okay, greetings, Eagle friends, family, and fans. Welcome to another installment of Behind the Feather. I am, as always, your host, head coach John Haraguchi. Joining us today, we have assistant coach Adrian Leiser, and we have a couple of heavy hitters from last season on the outside in Kalista Lukovich and Quincy Moran. We're going to be kind of talking through a few things, getting to know them a little bit better. So without further ado, here we go. Let's start by hearing how each of you decided on Eastern. Kalista, we'll start with you.
Okay, so I've been around the Big Sky for a while since I'm from Portland, Oregon. So Portland State is in our conference, obviously, so that's how I knew about the Big Sky. And then I was in contact with John when he was at Northern Colorado, and when he came to Eastern, I immediately contacted him to get under his radar. And then I actually committed before the past coach Grayson was here and Taylor Muff. And I just believed in John and his philosophy, so I came.
I've also been around Big Sky for a while. I just grew up on the west side of the state, and so I've always been familiar with Eastern Washington. And then my cousin went to school here. My mom grew up in Spokane, so I've always known about just this area in general. And she played at Montana. So I've also been familiar with the Big Sky, like all around. And John saw me at a local tournament, apparently recruited me as a middle. Thank you for not keeping me as a middle. But yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be a middle under Adrian?
Yeah, that hurt.
Not particularly.
What did you know about Big Sky volleyball? Like, is there something that made you think, oh, I really want to play in that league? Because it is a really good volleyball league. So.
I liked how competitive it was, and I really liked the area. So, like, going to Utah, I have family there, so I liked going back there. And then, obviously, going back to Portland State to see my family. And then going to California is fun. Idaho's fun. Montana's are fun. So I just really like how you kind of get a little bit of everything in the conference.
Same here. I liked all the locations of everything, and I also liked how there's never really a solid top school, like, consistently. I feel like it's very, not too even, but pretty much anyone can take the title, I feel like. So I really like how, like Callie said, how competitive it all is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you kind of brought this up. You're a Big Sky legacy, essentially, right, with your mom playing at the University of Montana, and how that kind of affected your decision. But you and your mom share something pretty special. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we both got Big Sky Freshman of the Year, and we were talking after I got that. We're not sure if, like, any other mother-daughter duo has that in, like, any other league. That would take a lot of digging, so I don't have the patience to do that. So I like to believe we're the only mother-daughter duo, and so that was really special to share, and also beating her alum. That was good. Rub that in her face a little bit.
So a quick follow-up, because I talked to your mom. Who's Big George?
Big George is my stuffed animal monkey.
Uh-huh.
And I was obsessed with Curious George.
Okay.
And so once I got the stuffed animal monkey, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Big George. So he's been with me.
Is Big George still around?
No, he's back home.
Okay.
But he's hanging out.
All right, good. Kalista, you kind of mentioned it from Oregon, but more specifically, Happy Valley.
Yes.
Which truly sounds like the best place on earth to grow up.
Sure is.
But did you know that there's at least 6 other Happy Valleys in the United States?
Are there really?
Yes.
I had no clue. I thought we were the only one.
There's one in Pennsylvania. There's one in Alaska, California, Kentucky, Tennessee, and New Mexico. There's also 8 amusement parks internationally called Happy Valley.
Wow.
And there is a region in Hong Kong called Happy Valley.
Gotta visit them all.
So now, knowing all of that, which do you think is the happiest?
Okay. I'd want to say Happy Valley, Oregon, where I'm from, but I do love amusement parks. So I'd probably have to go with one of those. Do you know where the amusement parks are?
They're all like over in China, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to go with one of the amusement parks in China then.
Yeah. All right, good. Well, I was curious.
Thank you for all the information.
Yeah, I always aim to leave here a little bit smarter than I got.
Yup.
So kind of speaking of these amusement parks, right? When you were 3 or 4 years old, your family was going to go on a trip to Harry Potter World.
Oh, no.
And you weren't very excited about that trip, were you?
Not at all.
No.
Okay, we'll pack your stuff. We'll go.
Oh, do you want to talk about that at all?
Okay, I didn't like Voldemort because I thought he was a big scary guy with no nose and only booger holes.
Okay, let's go get packed.
I do not want to see the one that have not a nose, only booger.
That's Voldemort.
So that's what I was crying about. There is video of my parents surprising me and my sister, and I told them I wasn't going because I was scared and it was fake. I thought Harry Potter was fake and the world was fake.
There's no such thing as Harry Potter.
And that they were joking and that I was going to get killed by the guy with no nose and only booger holes.
Should we get a picture of Voldemort?
So, yep.
Yeah, but they assuaged your fears, right? You
Yeah, they
ended
told
up
me he
going?
wouldn't be there.
Okay.
They told me I'd be safe.
And
So.
that the brain suckers weren't going to
The
come
brain
get
sucker, yep, the brain suckers also, I was scared of those.
But the things that suck your brain.
They won't be
The
there.
Dementors?
It's all good people.
They're not there.
It's all good people there.
All right.
And I was told that it was only going to be Harry Potter and the fun things and butterbeer.
Yes.
So I
at 3.
Yep. So I got to go.
So your fear of Voldemort's
Yeah, I'm actually rewatching Harry Potter right now.
okay.
I'm on the 5th movie. So, and I'm not as scared anymore. I've overcome.
That's
my
awesome.
fears. Yeah.
I appreciate
Grow.
that. Now that you're, however old you are, you're not
20.
in your 20s. You're not scared of.
Yeah, it took me 13 years to get over it.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Quincy, back to you here. You once mentioned that you were thinking about doing head of marketing for a professional team. And does that goal still hold true?
No.
No?
No.
What do you think about doing now?
I'm thinking of going down the construction management route.
Okay.
So one of our family friends, she works with the LA Sparks, and she got her degree in construction management. So kind of similar. If I don't like the route once I'm done, it still opens a lot of other opportunities for me. But growing up, my uncle had his own little construction company, and so I'd go help out for some extra cash, build a couple like fences and decks on houses, and I really enjoyed that. And also, growing up, I wanted to be Joanna Gaines. I would always watch Fixer Upper with my mom, and I was like, I want to be her. But I'm not so much like the artistic side, like all the colors with this window.
I can
goes
do that
very
for you.
well. Perfect. More like the structural side of it all.
Okay.
When you guys, this is good for, young people who are deciding they want to go play volleyball or whatever, going to college. Talk about your decisions of how you think like, oh, I'm going to change from one thing to another. What do I want to do when I quote unquote grow up? How do you think about those things when you're looking for places to go to school and then as you progress through your college?
I think about it kind of as like what I will love doing in the long term, like in the long end of things. So like I started coming here and I wanted to do finance or criminology. And then I get a little anxious with all the criminology stuff, so I decided I can't do that. And then finance, I liked that, but I thought I'd get bored. So I realized that I want to stay in the volleyball world for as long as I can. So that's why I'm doing like sports psychology route. But I just think like I chose that based on what I think I'll love doing and like how I can give back to others more, because that was what was important to me.
I was very unsure of what I wanted to do when I first got here, and so I know there's a lot of like different paths I could take. And so at first I was just business because I know that can take you pretty much anywhere. And then I thought I wanted to be a teacher, but then kind of same with Callie, I wanted to think what I would like the most in the long run. And my whole life has been school and volleyball. And so I don't know if I wanted to continue school being the rest of my life and trying to do something different once I'm done with volleyball and everything. And so that's what kind of pushed me to make the second change. But yeah, just advocate for yourself, really try to dive into a lot of different things. I think like with your electives, be flexible with that, because there was a couple electives I took that I'm like, yep, okay, definitely don't want to do that. Not enjoying it. And then others I'd be like, okay, this is really fun. I want to dive deeper into this and everything.
I have one more thing to
Yeah,
say.
go ahead.
I think also like when you're in your first year, especially like maybe your second year too, like just like Quincy said, like take a lot of electives because you can change your mind a bunch of times. Like our teammate Erin, I think just decided on her major and she'll be in her third year because she just liked a lot of things and just was trying to narrow it down. So, and that's totally okay. So that's my advice.
So not the fashion world. You're not
No.
going to go into fashion. I have something here that I think is really pretty great. I'm going to show it to the camera. This is Quincy.
So beautiful.
Just
Oh my
really
gosh.
starting to get after it in the fashion world. So you can go ahead and have that.
I got to choose my outfit for the first
Put this in
time.
our living room.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So yes, if the construction thing doesn't work out, I think you definitely have found
Thank you.
your niche there. So I have one, Kalista, I got one more question for you. This is kind of serious here. You're a pretty darn good athlete,
Thank you.
and yet you lost a pickleball game to your mom and dad. How did that make you feel? And when's the rematch?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very competitive. And my boyfriend and I were playing my mom and my dad when I went back home, and they are 55-57. So losing to them,
Humbly.
it was very humbling, broke my heart. But I will say, I'm gonna be humble here. When I went back like last year and I played pickleball with my mom and all her 60-year-old friends, I went 0-11. So losing one match didn't hurt that bad compared to the 11 last year. But
We have like a pickleball staff group chat that they added me to. I think I've won one game in like 3 months of being here.
we should not be on the same
and
team.
they're like, "You win a game today?" I'm like, "Nah, dang it, not today."
But we have not won as partners either.
Yeah, we've never won as a partnership. Every time I'm on John's team, it's like, here we go.
I have one more thing to add. It was best 2 out of 3. And we won the first game.
Nice.
Okay.
So it wasn't a blowout.
It was not a blowout.
So it's more of a bummer that your mom shares these kinds of things with me.
Yep. She immediately texted you. Guess what? Beat Callie.
I want to thank you viewers for joining us for another episode of Behind the Feathers, and big thanks to Kalista and Quincy for stopping by and sharing some of their stories with us, even though I didn't really give them a choice to be here. But next time we'll be having a few fresh faces to the program for you guys to meet. And until then, have a great day. And as always,
Go Leagues!
I don't like this at all.